So, racism against Sean Payton? Coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense, Logic, Reason. And as always, I want to say thank y'all for joining me today. So, if you are in the part of the sports world, if you watch the sports world, then you would know that Sean Payton retired as the head coach of the New Orleans Saints, and he's always going to be in the hearts of New Orleans, because the people of New Orleans, because basically what he did for this team. You know, prior to Sean Payton becoming the coach back in 2006, really. This team basically was one of the league's bottoms. I mean, we never did anything. We haven't won anything. You know, prior to him taking the job, we basically won one playoff game. Ever since he took the job, we've basically won 9 playoff games, all right? And we won a Super Bowl, and it would have been more than that had we not got, I believe we got screwed over in 2018. I believe we would have won that Super Bowl. So that'd be 2 championships for this team. But like I said, what he did for the New Orleans Saints is basically made us one of the most premier teams in the league. You know, we've probably gotten more primetime games, even though they introduced the Thursday night game as well. But we've probably gotten more primetime games since he's been a coach than probably close to what we had before that. You know, that's just how terrible this team was. You know, having losing records. He's definitely the most winningest coach of the Saints, and he also has the longest tenure, one of the longest tenure in the league. And I understand that it's easy to get burnt out after 16 seasons. So, like I said, for that we thank him. You know, he's probably going to take the year off and perhaps maybe get back into coaching with another team or stay in the booth. But like I said, Sean Payton is always going to be a fan favorite here. But with that being said, y'all know I made a video about Mike Tomlin. Now, Mike Tomlin, who was linked to the opening at LSU once Ed Orgeron was fired. And then it became rumors that there was something going on with him in the USC position that opened up. And of course, this was started by Ryan Clark, who's an analyst, an ESPN analyst who played for LSU and played for Pittsburgh under Mike Tomlin. But he did that press conference, never say never, but never, in which he gave a list of coaches, white coaches, that this would never happen to, implying race. Now, one of the people on that list was Sean Payton. So, was he true? Well, no. Let's look at the situation that Sean Payton, the real racism that Sean Payton faced. Now, over the last 6, at least 7 to 8 seasons, we've been hearing in the off season, we've been hearing rumblings of Sean Payton going to Cowboys. Of course, you know, he coached for the Cowboys. He was an assistant coach under Bill Parcells, and that was just before he came to the Saints, because we signed him from Dallas, right? So in that time period, every year in the off season, there's talks about him possibly going to Dallas and him going to Jerry's world. So is that not racism against him? Also, I would say for the last possibly 2 seasons or so, we've also heard word of and reports of him going to Chicago and to coach the Bears. Of course, he's from Chicago. So this was going on, right? And then ever since, I would say within the last month of this season, we heard rumors and reports that Sean Payton is going to leave the Saints to go into the booth, to be an analyst. And no one believed it, because we've heard all this stuff before. Sean Payton is leaving. He's going to Dallas. Then he's going to Dallas and Chicago. So no one believed. It turned out to be right, but no one believed it because, like I said, we've heard all this before. So did anyone cry about the racism against Sean Payton, even though it's not really racism? Right? Is that disrespecting Sean Payton? Why would it be? Why would it be disrespect for Sean Payton? For everyone saying that he's such a great coach that people are going to try to pull him away from New Orleans to come coach their team. I would say that that's respect, not disrespect. I don't understand how people will call that racism and disrespect. It's ridiculous. But this, again, how quick the race card can be pulled for nonsense. And when black folks do this all the time, you have always going to have a race out of somewhere to try to bring race out of something, because that's their job. They get paid to peddle race. Anyway, if you believe that there was racism against Mike Tomlin, then you should be horrified by all the racism that Sean Payton has faced over I would say, at least the last 7-8 years. But did anyone call that out? Of course not. It's all idiotic and stupid. But the reason why I'm making this video is just to show how stupid and nonsensical this is. How people make a big deal out of absolutely nothing because of so many people are thin-skinned and so many people benefit from it. So, no, of course, this was not racism against Sean Payton, but it wasn't racism against Mike Tomlin. And very rarely is there any real racism to be found in the NFL, in America in general. But anyway, y'all, that's my whole 2 cents on this. You see how easy foolishness just gets started. And as always, y'all, until next time.